Mic check. Welcome in to the second game this evening between the Evangel Lightning and Lakeside School. First game, Evangel went down the road of not pulling it out, losing 5-2. So hopefully this second game will be a little more in Evangel's favor, but it's a beautiful afternoon. Actually, really two good baseball teams here. And these are the type of games that really you want to be out here watching. So we're about to get ready for the second game here shortly. Got a full stream for you. Hopefully the sound's coming through. Looks like the picture is good. I'm going to double check everything, but we're going to be underway here shortly. Looks like Rayleigh Curtis is going to be the first batter for Evangel to start this thing off. Curtis flies to center on pitch number one. So the center fielder is going to make that play for out number one here in the top of the first. So Rayleigh Curtis flies out to center on the very first pitch of the game. Going to bring up Trey Hope, number two. First pitch to Hope is a strike. Second pitch to Hope is a strike. So Hope behind in the count 0-2. The Lightning losing the first one 5-2. Trying to come back in this second game and get some steam early. So the 1-2 count on Trey Hope is on the way. He's going to foul this one back. Count's going to remain 1-2. So we're just starting this second game. Score is 0-0. That pitch a little high and outside. Looked like that may have been a little changeup or a knuckleball. Hope fouls it off. So that pitch was a fastball upstairs, swing and a miss. So Hope goes down swinging. Scott is going to be on the mound for Lakeside this evening. Hartnett pitched a complete game for them in the first game. So we got two down here, top of the first. Zach Grossman is now your batter. So Grossman going to foul this pitch off to the right side. Grossman, high fly ball. Center fielder going to call it. Actually, right fielder ends up calling it, comes over to get it. I believe that is Hartnett who made that play. So nothing doing for the top of the first for the Lightning. Heading into the bottom of the first here shortly. So the game is 0-0. This is Jason Sims, your play-by-play guy here today, running everything for you. Camera, commentary, technical difficulties, whatever you throw my way, I'm the guy that's going to handle it. So Kemp Swords is going to be your pitcher for game two. Swords came in to relieve Asher Evans last game. I believe Swords pitched 2 innings, but he's going to start this game. Evans is going to play third base this game. Zach Grossman going to be your shortstop. Trey Hope going to be your second baseman. Casey Gables, your first baseman. Behind the plate is Caleb Cranford. Big brother Aiden Cranford out in the right field. Will Welch is going to be your center fielder. And Rayleigh Curtis is going to round it out in left. So that's the Lightning on the diamond. Swords throwing a few warm-up pitches here. Going to try to get in the groove. See if he can shut this Lakeside offense down. Really, the first game is really not indicative of the score. It ended up being 5-2, but there was a lot of action that created that 5-2. Mainly a grand slam from the pitcher Hartnett to actually break a 1-1 tie to go up 5-1. Evangel ends up picking up one more run in the last top half of the seventh, but they couldn't muster enough to actually win the game. So they look to be in good spirits rolling into this second game. I feel like they're gonna do something just to pull this game out, just a gut feel. We'll see. So your first batter here for Lakeside is going to be number 7. As soon as I find out his name, I'll relay it to you. First pitch underway from Swords. Some type of knuckler or change-up that hits the outside part of the plate. It's a nice pitch, 0-1. Definitely looks like a knuckleball. Even Cranford having a hard time putting a glove on it. So that ball misses outside. So it's going to be 1-1. So Hartnett is your batter, number 7. He's got a 1-1 count. Looks like a fastball that may have missed upstairs and outside. 2-1 is going to be the count. So that pitch hits Hartnett. So the first batter for Lakeside actually gets hit by a pitch, gets to take first base. Going to bring up T. Mark, number 24. That knuckler hits the inside part of the plate. Second pitch to Mark on the way. Knuckler going to be hit into left field. So Hartnett going to make his way from first all the way to third. Mark going to have a stand-up double. So Mark hitting a line drive to left field. Curtis has to come all the way over to the line to field it. Ends up moving Hartnett all the way from first to third, and Mark gets a stand-up double. So we're sitting here in the bottom of the first with no outs. Lakeside has a man on second and third. We got Scott as your batter. Scott is actually on the mound for Lakeside this game. First pitch to Scott on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-1. That fastball upstairs, fouled away. 0-2. So Scott at the plate has an 0-2 count. Got a man on second and third. That ball, line drive hit to Hope. He makes the play for out number 1. Runners have to retreat back to the bag. So Scott lines out to the second baseman, Trey Hope, for the first out. Going to bring up number 1 here for Lakeside. First pitch, knuckler. Going to be dribbled down the first base side, but Casey Gable's going to let it roll foul. Picks it up. So 0-1 is going to be the count on the batter. So Hayes is your batter. 0-1 count. Pitch is on the way. That's a strike on the outside part of the plate. So Kemp Swords, your pitcher, ahead in the count here, 0-2. 1 out, bottom of the first, no score. Lakeside has a man on second, third. Hayes is your batter with an 0-2 count. So Kemp Swords gets the strikeout on Hayes. Hayes goes down swinging. It's going to be the second out. It's going to bring up Hartnett. Hartnett playing right field for Lakeside this game. He pitched the last. He's got 2 outs to work with here. That first pitch is a strike. Looked like that may have been a changeup or a knuckler. Swords has thrown 12 pitches so far this game. That pitch is in the dirt, but Hartnett swings and misses. Caleb Cranford blocks it up. Ends up bouncing out in front of him. He picks it back up and throws it to Swords. So Swords way ahead in the count, 0-2 here on Hartnett. Temperature starting to get a little cooler, still sunny. That ball is hit to short. Zach Grossman makes the play. He throws it across the diamond to Casey Gables for the third out. So nothing doing for Lakeside here in the bottom of the first. We're going to move to the top of the second. No score. Lightning coming up to bat. All right, so we got Coach Smith, got them all huddled up on the left side over here before the start of this second. Looks like we got Asher Evans, the third baseman, going to lead this thing off for the Lightning. Evans with a solo shot last game, giving him 3 home runs on the year. Temperatures dropped a couple degrees now. Now it's a cool 73. Doesn't feel so warm. I was starting to question what I had on the first game because it was getting a little warm out here in the sun. But I remember that last ball game being so cold, I was not wanting to take my chances. I figured by the time we got out of here, I may be dressed perfectly. Everybody knows how tough it is to dress for these springtime ball games. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold. And sometimes you just got to suck it up and go one way or the other. So I believe the pitcher has one more pitch here. Actually, he doesn't. Catcher throws down. So Scott, your pitcher on the mound for Lakeside, Asher Evans, your batter. Scott's thrown 8 pitches so far this ball game. This will be Evans' first at bat here this game. That pitch, first ball, first swing, will be a foul. So 0-1 is your count on Asher Evans. Big swing. Evans was on that one. He just happened to foul it away. Falling behind in the count, 0-2 though. Evans is going to pop this one up. Who's going to call it? Hartnett, pitcher, says he's got it. He makes the play. Out number 1. It's going to bring up number 11, your pitcher, Kemp Swords. That ball's upstairs. Swords lays off. 1-0. Curveball misses downstairs. Good eye by Swords. 2-0. Swords tries to check his swing on that high fastball, but he cannot do it. So that's going to be a strike. So 2-1 now is the count. That last fastball is outside and low. So 3-1 count here for Kemp Swords. That fastball looked to be pretty much down the middle. So 3-2 count. Swords pops that ball up to the right side. It's going to be out of play. He's still battling up there. So we have a Scott versus Swords battle. Full count here. Curveball got him swinging. So that's going to be out number 2 here in the top of the second. It's going to bring up Casey Gables. So Scott gets the strikeout, thrown 17 pitches so far this game. Gables, your lefty, steps into the box. First pitch from Scott. Fastball, strike. 0-1. That's going to be a hard hit ball right to the second baseman. He's going to make the play for out number 3. So nothing doing in the top of the second for the Lightning. We're going to move down to the bottom of the second here shortly. Kemp Swords coming back out on the mound for the Lightning. Casey Gables making his way back to the dugout, talking to Coach Timmy Warren, who's coaching first base. Aiden Venable bringing Casey Gables' glove and hat out. No change on the diamond for the Lightning. Caleb Cranford coming to take his spot as Hugh Bates pops up from warming up Kemp Swords. Cranford signaling he's going to throw the ball down here on this warm-up pitch. Going to bring up number 10 for Lakeside, and it's going to be McGowan. So the first pitch to McGowan from Swords on the way. Not a bad pitch. Must have been a little high, possibly a little inside. Ball number 1. That fastball swing and a miss. It's going to bring the count to 1-1. So McGowan sitting in the box for Lakeside with a 1-1 count. No outs. Bottom of the second. No score. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Swords ahead in the count. That ball hits in front of the plate. Going to even it out, 2-2. That ball's going to be hit right back to Swords. He's going to field it, throws him out for out number 1 here on top of the second. I believe it's going to bring up number 2 for Lakeside now. So 1 down, bottom of the second, no score. Brown is your batter. First pitch to Brown. He's going to rip this ball right off the bag, so it's going to be fair. All right, so first pitch to Brown. He rips a shot off the third base bag, and then bounces out of play. So he's going to have a stand-up double. So Brown's first at bat, he gets a stand-up double off a rip off the bag. You don't see that very often either. Ball looked to hit square on the back half of that bag. Didn't go fully out into left field. Going to bring up Giles as your batter. That ball's a strike. So Giles is your batter. 0-1 count. You got Brown as your runner at second. You got 1 out here. Bottom of the second, no outs. 1 out, no runs. So Giles swings and misses, 0-2. Swords up to 22 pitches now. Not a bad spot. 1-2. That last pitch upstairs and possibly a little outside. Count's going to even itself up at 2-2. That ball gets by Caleb Cranford. Brown's going to advance from second to third. Last pitch is going to be called a ball. So the count now is going to be full, 3-2 on Giles. With 1 out. Man on third here. Lakeside looking to push this runner across the plate. No score. That ball's dribbled right out in front. Swords picks it up, throws it down, makes the play for out number 2. Brown has to move back to third. Didn't have any option of scoring there. It's going to bring up number 15 for Lakeside. Wilburn. First pitch to Wilburn looked to be a curveball for a strike. 0-1. That second pitch is fouled away by Wilburn. 0-2. So Swords way ahead in the count. Likely not going to throw him anything good here. Swing and a miss. Nice fastball upstairs and away. You got Wilburn to chase it. So credit Kemp Swords with the strikeout. He gets out of the bottom half of 2 with not allowing a run. So we're going to be no score still moving into the top of the third. So Scott still going to be your pitcher on the mound for Lakeside. Caleb Cranford, the catcher, going to be your first batter up here for the Lightning. Catcher throws down the last warm-up pitch. This will be Cranford's first at-bat this game. The Lightning fell to Lakeside 5-2 first game. Actually was a better game than the score indicated. But nonetheless, they walked away with the loss. Two good teams really here playing. First pitch from Scott to Cranford. Upstairs, actually called a strike. Must have hit the outside part of the plate, so 0-1. Strike number 2. Looked like that last pitch may have been a change up. So 0-2 to Cranford to start out the top of the third. Cranford, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. Brings up his older brother, Aiden Cranford, playing right field. Older brother hitting from the left side of the plate. So Scott is thrown 22 pitches so far this game. First pitch to Aiden Cranford, swings, fouls it right by Coach Smith. 0-1. That's a chopper right back to the pitcher. Scott fields it, throws Cranford out at first. That's going to be out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the third for Scott. Only thrown 24 pitches. Will Welch, your center fielder, stepping into the box now. First pitch is a fastball taken for a strike. This is Welch, first at bat of game number 2. Top of your lineup is coming up next with Rayleigh Curtis on deck. That pitch upstairs called a strike. Everybody is not happy. I have to laugh because that did look a little high. So 1-1. Actually, that was the 0-2 pitch. So Welch goes down looking for strike number 3. Unfortunate, that second pitch got called a strike, put Welch in a jam, who let the third pitch go by. So that's going to be the third out. So nothing doing for the Lightning here in the top of the third. Kemp Swords, I'm assuming, is going to make its way back out to the mound. Nope. It's going to be Aiden Cranford. So Kemp Swords moving to second base. Aiden Cranford coming in from right field to pitch. Trey Hope moving to right field from second base. So now we have Trey Hope in right, Will Welch in center, Rayleigh Curtis in left, Asher Evans at third, Grossman at shortstop, Kemp Swords at second, Casey Gables at first, Aiden Cranford on the mound, getting his warm-ups in. Younger brother Caleb is catching him up. You don't see that very often either, having a brother-catcher combo. I believe they're about 2 years apart. Aiden Cranford, a senior. Caleb Cranford, I believe he's a sophomore in the 10th grade. Both excellent ball players. So we have no score ball game here. About to start the top of the third. Aiden Cranford now in to relieve Kemp Swords. Swords pitched a few innings the first game. Pitched a solid 2 to begin this game. This should be the last pitch before we start the bottom of the third. These games are actually going fairly quick today. Which we have a 2-hour drive home, so if we do get done early, I will not complain one bit. I just would like to see us get out of here with at least one win since we didn't win the first game. So Hartnett is going to be your batter hitting from the left side. That first pitch from Aiden Cranford is going to be a strike. So 0-1's the count to start off the bottom of the third. We got no score. That's going to be a chopper over Cranford's head. Swords can't quite make the play. He gave it his best shot. It was a choppy ball that was bouncing around all over the place, so Swords not going to be able to make the play at second. Not sure if they'll rule that a hit or an error. I imagine they'll give him a hit. It was a tough play to make. Nonetheless, Hartnett sitting at first base after that at bat. Got T. Mark, number 24, in the batter's box now. Had a big solo shot to left field in the last game. He takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball. So 1-0's the count. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. So bottom of the third, no outs, no score. Lakeside has a runner on first. That ball's going to be ripped to shortstop. They turn 2. Nice play. Hard hit ground ball to Zach Grossman, who makes the throw to second. Nice turning of the double play by Kemp Swords to get T. Mark running down the first baseline. So that's going to be 2 outs here now in the bottom of the third. Going to bring up number 20, Scott, who happens to be on the mound. Nice little shortstop, second base combo double play there. That pitch is upstairs, and Scott comes out trying to rip it, but he swings and he misses. That pitch from Cranford gets by his brother, Caleb. 1-1 now is the count on Scott. 2 outs. That fastball misses outside. 2-1. That ball's ripped to center. Will Welts right there at it for the third out. So Scott hits a hard line drive, but Will Welts, the center fielder, is right there to catch it. That's going to bring the third inning to a close. Still no score. We'll head to the top of the fourth, looking for the Lightning to get some things going. Temperature absolutely picture perfect right now. It's 6:22 here in Eufaula, Alabama. Scott coming back out to the mound for Lakeside. I believe Rayleigh Curtis is going to be your batter, stepping up to the plate first. He's the first man in the lineup. I'm going to wait for him to step out and see if that's who it is. Working off of memory. I believe that's who it is. The throwdown from the warm-ups, it is indeed Rayleigh Curtis stepping up to the plate first here in the top of the fourth. So Curtis looking to get something going for the Lightning here in the top of the fourth. Curtis 0 for 1 this game. First pitch from Scott. Swing and a miss. So a little half swing there from Curtis. Not sure if he kind of caught him in between what he wanted to do or not, but he hits a chopper to the second base on that second pitch, who makes a nice play on the run to get Rayleigh Curtis at first. So 2 pitches, 1 out. Trey Hope now playing right field, who started at second in this game, shifted to right when Aiden Cranford came in to relieve Kemp Swords, who moved to second. So Hope is 0 for 1 this game. Big swing and a miss on that first pitch. Scott thrown 30 pitches so far today. Hope hits a line drive shot. Is it going to drop? Yes. It's going to get over the center fielder's head. He's going to have at least a stand-up double. So Hope, with a nice shot between center and left, rolls all the way to the fence for a stand-up double. It's going to bring up your shortstop, Zach Grossman. So the Lightning has a base runner on second with 1 out. Zach Grossman looking to push him across here. Grossman's 0 for 1 today. He steps in the box. Catcher calls timeout. Goes to the mound to talk to his pitcher, Scott. Probably having a discussion about that runner. So Trey Hope's your runner on second. 1 out. No score here, top of the fourth. Zach Grossman is your batter. He's 0 for 1 for the day. First pitch upstairs and outside. 1-0. Fakes to throw to second. Back on the mound. The 1-0 pitch to Grossman on the way. That's going to be a curveball that hits the outside part of the plate for a strike. Evens it up at 1-1. Somehow a baseball gets on the field. Coach Smith has to throw it back over the fence. The 1-1 to Grossman. Strike on the outside part of the plate. So Grossman behind the count now, 1-2. Trey Hope, your base runner. The 1-2 pitch to Grossman on the way. Pitcher fakes to throw to second. He's back on the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Throws a fastball, but Grossman hangs in there, fouls it straight back. Count's going to remain 1-2. So 1 out, bottom of the fourth, no score ball game. Evangel with a runner on second. Grossman sitting at the plate with a 1-2 count. Oh, checks his swing. He's able to hold off. So 2-2 now is the count. The 2-2 from Scott to Grossman. That ball's going to be popped up. Is the first baseman going to have a play? It's going to be tough for him. He's not going to be able to get there. Neither is the right fielder, so it's going to fall smack dab in between them. So Grossman's going to get another shot. So 2-2 count here to Zach Grossman, your shortstop. Scott up to 38 pitches right now. Grossman calling timeout. Steps out of the box. Back in the box, getting set. 2-2 pitch on the way. Ooh. Brushed him high and tight. Grossman was able to get out of the way and was coming at his head. So the count's going to be 3-2 now. That curveball misses. Grossman draws the walk. A lot of times when pitcher throws at a hitter's head like that, it will get in their mind a little bit, but not Zach Grossman. He's as tough as they come, folks. He shakes that off, looks that 3-2 pitch, lets that 3-2 pitch outside go by and takes the walk. Big swing by Asher Evans. So 0-1's the count. Evans 0-1 this game. Had a big home run first game. Number 3 on the season. Takes a curveball outside for a ball. So 1-2 is going to be the count on Asher Evans. Lightning, 1 out, top of the fourth, runner on first and second, looking to get something going. Swing and a miss. Looks like there was a hit and run on. Got Trey Hope caught in a rundown. Grossman's already at second, so Hope's got to go. They end up executing and tagging Hope out. So Grossman now is on second. However, there was 2 outs. So 2 outs here now. No score. Looked to be a possible hit and run where runners were advancing from first to second to third. Asher just comes up empty. Coach Smith asking to talk to the field umpire, who's coming down to talk to the home plate umpire. Not sure what all this is about. Whatever the discussion was, the runner is going to be out still. So I believe a little commentary is that they're questioning whether the fielder was in the base path of the runner. Umpires saying no. So 2 outs here. That ball's going to be outside. So 2-2 count here on Asher Evans. 2 outs here. Runner Zach Grossman on second. No score. That fastball just missed. Probably a little more outside than I think it was from where I'm at. Full count now on Asher Evans. 3-2. That pitch misses outside, so Evans is going to draw the walk. Going to bring up Kemp Swords, who's now playing second base. He started on the mound this game. So the Lightning has Evans on first, Grossman on second, 2 outs here. Kemp Swords is your batter. Swords is 0 for 1 today. Sun starting to go down. Swing and a miss. The first pitch, 0-1. That second pitch to Swords, upstairs and inside, caught a ball. Evens it out at 1-1. That last pitch looks like this fastball hits the inside part of the plate. 1-2. That ball's going to be flown out to left field. The left fielder seems to be underneath it. Ooh, looked like he had a little trouble, but he ends up making the play for the third out. So nothing doing for the Lightning here in the top of the fourth. Still no score. Moving into the bottom half of the fourth right now. So Aiden Cranford, still your pitcher out on the mound. He came in to relieve Kemp Swords. The Lightning lost the first game 5-2. And what ended up being basically a home run fest is what put all the runs on the board. 3 home runs that first game, 2 of them from Lakeside, 1 of them by Evangel. Lakeside's happened to be a grand slam, 1 of them, and 1 was a solo shot. So that just gives you a little summary of the first game. If you didn't have a chance to tune in or watch, the ball game was tied 1-1, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, going into the 4th or the 5th inning. Before that big grand slam inning, Hartnett, which happened to be the pitcher for Lakeside, was actually the one that ended up hitting the grand slam. He's going to be your own deck batter. Number 1 is going to be your batter here for Lakeside starting this bottom of the 4th out. Looks like the umpire and the head coach are now talking to Coach Smith. We're ready to play. Bottom of the fourth. This is about to be underway. So number one, stepping into the box here for Lakeside. That first pitch is drilled to center. It's going to be tailing away from Will Welch, who couldn't make the play. Welch tries to make a dive in play. Could not come up with it. Hopefully he didn't hurt himself. It looks like he may have hurt himself. So when you dive like that on a ball hit from the right side hitter who's tailing away from you, Welch playing center field, that ball is tailing to his right as he's running to right field. He's playing center. He tries to make a dive and catch, and if I had to guess, he landed on his shoulder. Looks to be okay. Getting some encouragement from his two outfielding teammates. Welch signaling that he is okay. Are you going to shake it off? Welch plays on the football team, so he's used to a little pain and some injuries every now and then, but hopefully nothing really, really serious there. I just know from experience when you dive like that and you're fully laid out with your arm straight out and you land on that shoulder, it can be a problem. So that's going to be a double for Hayes, who happened to be the batter there for Lakeside to start out the bottom of the fourth. No outs. You got Hartnett, number 3, playing right field, is your batter now. First pitch to Hartnett on the way from Aiden Cranford. Going to be a curveball outside. So 1-0 is going to be the count. So Hayes is your base runner for Lakeside. No score here. Bottom of the fourth. 1-0 pitch to Hartnett on the way. Fastball ripped into left field. Rayleigh Curtis. Oh, gets by Rayleigh Curtis. Runner is going to score. Hartnett's going to make his way to second. So Hartnett is going to have a double after Curtis has a hard time fielding that ball cleanly out in left field. So Lakeside is going to be the first run on the board for the game number 2 here. Still no outs early in this bottom half of the fourth. It's going to bring up number 10. It's going to be McGowan. He's 0 for 1. So Cranford has 12 pitches here in this game. That fastball ground out to Zach Grossman short. He fields it, throws it over to Casey Gables for out number 1. Hartnett advances from second to third on that ground ball to short. Number 2 going to be your batter now for Lakeside. So Hartnett, the runner for Lakeside, on third base with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Lakeside up 1-0. That first pitch gets by Cranford. Hartnett is on his way home. He's going to be out at the plate. So nice job by Caleb Cranford hustling to get that ball that got by him. Throws it back to his brother, Aiden, who was able to tag the runner sliding into home plate. So that right there saved a run, folks. So we're still looking at a 1-0 ball game. Lakeside's favor. 2 down now here in the bottom of the fourth. Brown is your batter. That first pitch, second pitch actually is going to be a ball. So 2-0 to Brown. That pitch is upstairs. 3-0. That pitch gets by Caleb as well, but it's going to be a walk. So Brown's going to draw a walk. 2 outs here, bottom of the fourth. Coach Smith calling timeout, making his way out to the mound. Cranford has thrown 17 pitches. Looks like Casey Gables could be possibly coming in to pitch. Aiden Venable, number 9, has his first base glove. So he's going to replace Casey Gables at first. So Aiden Cranford is going to come out of the game. Casey Gables is going to move from first to the mound. Gables a lefty. Going to have to throw a few warm-up tosses. So as the sun comes down here in Eufaula, Alabama, we are in game 2 of a doubleheader. Evangel dropping the first game 5-2. Actually behind in the second, 1-0 here. We are in the bottom half of the fourth. We have 2 outs, and we have just made a pitching change. So Kemp Swords started the game for the Lightning. Aiden Cranford comes in to relieve Swords. And then now Casey Gables is coming in to relieve Aiden Cranford. Gables, lefty, going to come in and be a little different flavor for Lakeside. Looks like we got number 25. Could possibly be the batter now for Lakeside with number 15 on deck. So Gables having a few more warm-up pitches. Umpire signaling you got 2 more. This is very similar how the first game went. It was pretty low-key up to about the 4th or the 5th inning. All right. Umpire putting his mask on. Number 25 stepping into the box. Casey Gable says he's ready to go. Got a runner on first in Brown with 2 outs. That first pitch gets by Cranford. Brown's going to advance from first to second. Cranford throws down. Zach Grossman backing up. The second baseman is able to keep that ball from going into center field. That second pitch is a strike. So it's going to be a 1-1 count on number 25. Not sure who this is. He believes to be replacement hitter. That pitch is going to be called a strike. 1-2. Giles is supposed to be the batter, so whoever this is coming in for Giles. Curveball, swing and a miss. So Casey Gables, the lefty, comes in and is able to strike out number 25 to get Evangel out of the bottom half of the fourth. 1-0 is the score as we move into the top of the fifth. Looks like Scott is still going to be your pitcher on the mound for Lakeside. We are right down the road at the City Park, which is a nice little field, really, really green grass from Lakeside School. Little breeze, temperature is dropping. We had nothing but sun the first game. The Lightning looking to get something going here in the top of the fifth. We need somebody to get us a little energy, stream. Looks like Caleb Cranford, the catcher, is going to be the first batter up. Actually, Casey Gables is going to be the first batter up. So Cranford's going to be on deck. So Casey Gables, who came in from first to relieve Aiden Cranford, is now your batter. First pitch, big swing, fouls it straight back for 0-1. Second pitch from Gables, strike on the outside part of the plate. Looked like it's a curveball. So 0-2. Start off the count here, top of the fifth on Gables. Fastball just misses on the outside part of the plate. I'm going to bring that count to 1-2. Gables batting from the left side. 0 for 1 this game. That pitch is upstairs and outside, so it's going to even it out at 2-2. Starting to hear a little chatter out of the Evangel dugout. That ball's going to be outside. Catcher tried to frame it. Umpire says, no, sir. It's going to bring the count to a full count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Scott to Gables. That ball's going to be fouled back over my head. Scott now up to 56 pitches. (3-2). That ball's going to be hit to left. It's going to drop. Oh, just foul. Just foul. I thought Casey Gables had him a dropper just inside the line, but it's just outside the line. I got the dugout in my way, so I can't quite see the line, but I was just kind of looking to see where the left fielder was at, and he looked like he was close to the line, but it hit just foul. So we're going to repeat the full count. Okay. All right, so Casey Gables draws the walk, and I believe I was told that we're just playing 5 innings. So Gables draws the walk. Ben Davis is going to come in as the speed-up runner. Going to bring up the catcher, Caleb Cranford. So this could be the last top half of the game, if that is true, and they're only playing 5. That ball's going to be fouled back. So Caleb Cranford fouling that first pitch back. He's got a man on first with no outs. The Lightning trailing 1-0. (0-1) count. Fastball, strike, 0-2 now on Caleb Cranford. He's 0 for 1 tonight. So a lot of the times the coaches will agree how many innings they're going to play on doubleheaders like this for the sake of time, but we're running really ahead of schedule. So Ben Davis just makes it back in on the dive back. Pretty good pickoff move by Scott there. But as I was saying, they agree on a set amount of innings sometimes when they play doubleheaders, just when they know that one of the teams has got a big drive back, which we do this time. We got a 2.5-hour drive back, so I'm sure that has something to do with it if we are indeed only playing 5. So that pitch is upstairs and high. 1-2 is the count. Big swing and a miss. So Caleb Cranford goes down swinging for 1 out here in the top of the 5th. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Aiden Venable, who came in to take Casey Gable's spot as he moved to the mound. So Scott only has thrown 61 pitches through a full 4 so far into the top of the 5th. Venable squares. Ben Davis was stealing. He's safe. So Venable squared, pulled it back. Ben Davis gets the credit for the stolen base. So now you have a runner in scoring position with only one out here. So nice aggressive move by Coach Tim Smith there to get the speed-up runner Ben Davis down to second base. Aiden Venable squares. This time he tries to bunt it but misses it. It's going to bring the count to 1-1. This is the first at bat for Venable this game. Could be an 0-2 count. I haven't seen. I almost caught Ben Davis leaning there. Davis was leaning towards third a little bit, and the shortstop slipped up behind him, and they relayed it back down to second. But he got back in there safely. So it looks like the 0-2 count, and Venable fouls this off. It's going to be out. So Venable going to go down as a strikeout by fouling the third pitch off on a bunt. So now we have two down here with Will Welch, the center fielder, stepping into the box. So Welch may be the only saving grace if we are going to only play 5 here, which is what I was told, because there is 2 outs. We're down by 1. We are the visiting team. First pitch is a fastball upstairs. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Catcher is really being aggressive, trying to throw down to second. If that ball were to get by into the outfield, that would really help us, so I'm not sure why he's doing that. Umpire's coming to have a chat now. So we're sitting in the top of the 5th, 2 outs. Evangel is down by 1, scores 1-0 Lakeside. Not sure what that discussion was about. Count's going to be 0-1 on Will Welch, your center fielder. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. Pitch to Welch. Upstairs and outside. 1-2. Welch 0 for 1 this game. Scott now up to 67 pitches. That ball's going to be fouled off to the right side. Count still going to be 1-2. So Welch looking to keep the Lightning alive here in the top of the 5th with 2 outs. Scott tries to overpower Welch with that one and ends up throwing the ball high. So it's going to bring a full count now to the plate of Will Welch. Actually, it's 2-2. Welch goes down swinging on the curveball. So we'll see. That is going to be the ball game. So apparently that was true. So there was an agreement only to play 5. So the Lightning is going to come down here to Eufaula and lose them both. They didn't get blown away, but they didn't stay in the game and give themselves a chance to win either. That's very rare. But at least, they're playing a really, really, really good team. They've got their heads up. They'll learn from this as we get into the last 2 weeks or so of the season and start playing for the championship in the playoffs. And I'm sure we'll take this long 2.5-hour ride back and have good discussion with our boys on the way back. I'm going to wrap the live stream up, but I appreciate y'all joining. We'll be back with you next time, Lord willing. But this is Jason Sims signing off from Eufaula, Alabama, where the Lightning goes down 5-2 the first game, and they go down 1-0 the second game. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.